Hello there, friends. It's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're going to be doing a sneak peek of a brand new step set called Spring Chicken along with the matching dies, which means I'm not really going to show them to you. We're just going to play with them. This is a background stamp, a brand new one as well. This is the reverse floral pattern. All I've done is peeled off the first layer of the stamp just to expose the stamp. I left it on its backing. I've inked it up with some Goddess Green by Ink on 3, and then I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock and a brayer, and I'm just going to stamp that down that way. I didn't want to cover the entire piece of cardstock, although that would be easy to do too. And the brayer is a great way to get a good stamped impression. I love it. So we're going to trim this down just a little bit. I don't want those white edges on the side. So we're going to end up trimming this down to be about 5¼ inches, and then we're going to tear it, because I want that tear edge. It's going to add to our background. And I have another piece of white cardstock. I'm going to tape this down with a little bit of mint tape to an oldie but a goodie. This is the Good Morning Sunshine stencil. It's a 2-set stencil. And so we're going to come in lightly with our blending brush, blending buddy, and some Guppy ink from Simon Hurley Create. And then we're going to peel that stencil away, and you'll be able to see how cool that looks. And then I'm going to bring in just a little bit lighter color. This one is the Over the Moon. And then we're going to take our stencil and our second stencil and put that right over the top. Super easy to do, just like Trinity Stamps fashion. It has some nice embossing lines, so you can easily line up what you've already stenciled. And then you can come in with your second color. So this is, like I said, that Over the Moon, and we're going to use our blending buddy again and lightly go top or from bottom to top and just blend up into that. We don't need that full bit. We're going to end up cutting this down, and then I'll peel that away, and you can see it's a very subtle color difference, but I do love this stencil. It's so neat. All right, so I, again, want to trim this down to be about 5¼ so it will match what we've already done with our reverse floral pattern background. And then I'm going to take a couple pieces of mint tape. We're just going to put that right on the back, and then we're going to line up our reverse floral pattern and stick that down on the top of that. And then this way we can trim down our entire panel to be 4 inches. So this will be 4 inches by 5¼ So it'll be a little bit smaller than an A2 size card. So that is our background. It's all done. And now we're going to bring in that spring chicken. I stamped out a few of the images ahead of time. Not all of them. There are a lot of great images and a lot of wonderful punny sentiments to go along with it. We're going to start off by coloring with our Olos. I stamped these onto some Express It blending cardstock with my Blackout ink, so that's a good combination for alcohol markers. And we're doing this just double time, but I'm going to go ahead and speed this up here in just a bit to be about quadruple time because, you get the gist. I feel like chickens have kind of been all the rage. If we didn't travel in our motorhome from time to time, and didn't live on a military base, I would definitely probably want chickens. My in-laws have them. They love having it. And every once in a while, they will bring us some of those fresh eggs, which are fabulous. So the idea of having chickens definitely seems like a fun idea. I don't know, yes, I come from a farming community, but I don't know if I have the farming bug in me. I am more of a hospice worker for plants. Obviously, I can keep things alive, like people and animals and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would fare. But anyway, here we go. We are just bringing in various colors that kind of just seem like that with that farm theme. And then since I used that bright Goddess Green on our grass for the background, I just feel like this is just going to be such a fun farm-themed background. And yeah, I just love how this ends up looking. And I think I want to give this card to my mother-in-law since she loves her chickens so much. They call her the chicken lady. All right, so that my coloring is all done. I'm going to bring in that background, and after I do a little bit of white gel pen action on a couple of our images, I don't always do that very well and don't think to do it because sometimes I think it makes the animals look like some balloon animals, but I did bring in the matching dies and die cut those out. And now I'm going to bring in a darker green color along with my blending buddy again, just to kind of add a little depth to this background just with the grass. So I'll only do that with the grass. I like how that grounds it a little bit more. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment onto some black cardstock. I used an anti-static powder tool on that, inked that up with some juicy embossing ink, and then covered that with some white detail embossing powder. And now I'm heat setting that till that is smooth and melted. Then we'll use the matching die on that as well. And we're going to bring in some Trinity Stamps foam adhesive strips. Now, if you haven't tried these out, they're fabulous because they're nice and thin. They work so perfectly with so many of the small stamps that Trinity Stamps has, and also the sentiments. They work perfectly with them. So I have been just using the heck out of my foam adhesive strips. We're going to use it on the two chicks and then our chicken as well. And then I'm going to bring in some crafty glue friend for everything else. So I've got to get my base ready. I've decided on a nice light blue background that measured 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 4.25, so it will be a top folding A2 size card. And this is where I'll bring in our crafty glue friend, and we're just going to glue down our little hen house. I wanted it to seem like it was a little bit more in the background, which is why I didn't use foam squares on it. And then I'll use that crafty glue friend to attach down our panel to our base. And yes, I leave that mint tape where it is. No one will know it's there, unless you watch the video, of course. But I can't stop there. I do want to bring in some embellishments, so I decided on the green apple embellishments. I feel like that those light green little dots that come in the couple, different sizes look great on the background. They're nice and subtle. And then I thought the sprinkles were perfect for like little blades of grass. So I'm using my pickup stick along with our crafty glue friend to attach everything down, and I just thought those were the perfect little addition to our background and our little chickens. And those little chicks and their little faces just make me smile. I can't help it. I love this set. All right, so that's going to finish off our card for today. I sure hope you like it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And big thanks for all of the support that you guys give me, whether it be watching, subscribing, liking, all of those things. You guys mean a great deal to me. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.